Hello, and welcome to this video presentation. My name is Paul Brett. I'm a Senior Software Support Analyst supporting the Transformation Extender product from IBM. The topic for this video is calling an AWS Lambda function from ITX. Feel free to reach out to me on popular social media channels at Paul Brett IBM. For this three-part practical demonstration, I will call a simple Lambda function on Amazon Web Services, complete with an externally accessible URL. I will then call that URL from a standard browser, and finally I will call that URL from an ITX map using the HTTP adapter. Let's start the demonstration with a standard browser window. Here I'm using Chrome, and I need to log into my AWS Management Console. Here I click the Log Back In button. From the search box I'm going to type Lambda. And here is the Lambda service where I can create functions. Here is a list of all the functions I have. As you can see, the list is currently empty, so let's go ahead and create a function. I'm going to author from scratch. My function name is going to be Hello World. There are several languages I can write the function in: .NET, Go, Java, etc. I'm going to choose Python. In the advanced settings, I'm going to enable function URL, and in the auth type section, I'm going to choose none. So anybody with the URL will be able to call this function. Down to the bottom and create function. The function has been created. Here is my URL if I want to use it. Let's look at the code. At the moment, the code is going to return hello from Lambda. Well, let's change that slightly. Hello to ITX from Lambda. It says here changes not deployed, so let's save and deploy those now. If I was to call this, I should get this response from the function. I can do that by simply clicking on this link here. There we go, there is the function being called from my browser. I'm going to copy that URL into my clipboard because I'm going to use it in a moment in my ITX map. So let's fire up Design Studio. I'm going to create a new extender project. Here is my project on the File Explorer. I'm going to open a command prompt window and copy in a standard type tree that I like to use. When I refresh my project, you will see that we have a type tree in the project. Next step, let's create the map source file. Within my map source file, I'm going to create a new map, call it new map 1, and within that, a new output card. The type tree I'm going to use is the previously copied in generic, from which I'm going to use the type text item. I'm going to write to a file called output.txt, and now I can start to build my rule. A simple get should suffice. To the HTTP adapter, we're going to use the -URL option and paste in the URL from my management console. This should be enough to get the map running. If we open the miscellaneous section here, you'll see that I currently do not have an output.txt file. If I save, build and run my map, which is completed successfully, I now do have an output file, and if I double click on that, hello to ITX from Lambda. So this is my map at its simplest, using the HTTP adapter to call my unique URL that I created on the IAM's management console, calling an AWS Lambda function from an ITX map. Now obviously functions can get more complicated, requiring input, accessing third-party systems on both the cloud and the edge, and then give output back to the map for continued processing. I hope you've enjoyed the demonstration. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video presentation today. As always, if you found the content interesting and informative, please hit that like button. Perhaps leave me a comment. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, as I release content such as this on a regular basis. Feel free to reach out to me on popular social media channels at Paul Brett IBM. Thank you.